Welcome to the Parents Playbook, the show where we bridge the gap between heavy academic research and the messy, beautiful reality of raising kids in the modern world. Today we are tackling a topic that strikes fear into the hearts of parents from New York to Los Angeles: math. But before you switch off or have a flashback to your own 10th grade algebra struggle, listen to this. Stop. Just stop for a second. Stop forcing your 3-year-old to count to 100. You are likely wasting your time. And worse, you might be building a foundation of math anxiety before they even step foot in a classroom. Most parents think that if their child can recite numbers like a poem, they're a math genius. But research from places like the University of Chicago shows that rote counting is often just a linguistic trick, not a mathematical one. In high-performing systems, like those in Finland, or even top-tier Montessori programs in Chicago, they do the exact opposite. They don't focus on the names of numbers, they focus on the feel of numbers. Today, I'm going to give you the exact research-grounded framework of the 5 math foundations kindergarten teachers actually want to see. And I'm going to show you how to do it without a single worksheet, using only the stuff you already have in your kitchen or your backyard. Let's talk about the math gap. Did you know that 80% of children entering kindergarten in the United States are already behind in mathematical reasoning? Not because they aren't smart, but because we are teaching them the wrong way. Only about 15% of parents realize that early math skills are actually a better predictor of later reading success than, well, early reading skills. In countries where math scores are consistently higher, like Singapore, only a tiny fraction of parents use flashcards. Instead, they use concrete objects. Have you ever been in this situation? You're at the dinner table in your apartment in Brooklyn, and you say to your 4-year-old, "Look at the flashcard. What number is this?" Your child looks at the 7, says 4, and you get frustrated. You say, "No, honey, we did this yesterday. It's a 7. Say 7. The result? Your child starts to associate math with the feeling of being wrong and the look of disappointment on your face. Or maybe situation 2. You're at a park in Santa Monica and you're forcing them to count the steps. 1, 2, 3, but they're just saying the words while skipping every other step. You say, "No, you missed a step. Start over." Result? They stop enjoying the walk and start seeing math as a series of rigid rules they can't follow. Situation 3 is the most common: buying those preschool math workbooks at the grocery store. You sit them down, they struggle to hold the pencil, they get bored, and they end up coloring the numbers instead of understanding them. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. Millions of American parents fall into the memorization trap. This backfires because when we prioritize symbols over concepts, we create a hollow understanding. These children grow up to be adults who say, "I'm just not a math person." They struggle with logic, they struggle with financial literacy, and they miss out on the beauty of patterns in the world. But it doesn't have to be that way. Between the ages of 3 and 5, your child is in the golden window for brain plasticity. This is when the neural pathways for spatial reasoning and quantity perception are literally being wired. If you miss this, by the time they reach 3rd grade, the math gap becomes incredibly difficult to close. Think of it like building a house. Memorizing numbers is like painting the walls before you've even poured the concrete foundation. One storm and the whole thing cracks. So, what is the exclusive solution? It's called the Concrete-Pictorial-Abstract approach, or CPA. It was popularized by Jerome Bruner, and it's the secret sauce behind the most successful math curricula in the world. The goal is to make math visible and tangible. There are 5 core principles every child needs before kindergarten: subitizing, one-to-one correspondence, patterns, spatial awareness, and comparison. Let's break these down. Principle 1, subitizing. This is the ability to see how many are in a group without counting. Think about a die. When you roll a 5, you don't count the dots. You just know it's a 5. Most kids are taught to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but subitizing is the true birth of number sense. Principle 2, one-to-one correspondence. This is the physical act of touching one object for every number said. If they say 1, 2, 3, but touch 5 grapes, they don't have it yet. Principle 3, patterns. This is the foundation of algebra. Red, blue, what comes next? Principle 4, spatial awareness. This is understanding how shapes fit together, like how 2 triangles make a square. Principle 5, comparison and measurement. It's not about inches, it's about which bag of groceries is heavier, or which cup holds more juice. Unlike the memorization method, which focuses on what is 2 plus 2, the conceptual method focuses on how many ways can we make the number 4 using these crackers. Let's look at the science. A landmark study from the University of California followed over 500 children for 20 years. They found that children who entered kindergarten with strong number sense, not just counting but understanding quantity, were 4 times more likely to be in the top 10% of their high school math classes. Group A, the Rote learners, could count to 100, but couldn't identify which pile of blocks was larger without counting them one by one. Group B, the Conceptual learners, used the methods I'm about to give you. By age 10, Group B had significantly higher problem-solving scores. Dr. Elizabeth Spelke, a cognitive psychologist at Harvard, says, "Children are born with a number sense. Our job isn't to teach it from scratch, but to give them the language to describe what they already see." In places like Japan, math is a discovery process. They don't celebrate the right answer, they celebrate the strategy. So how do we do this? Here is your 4-week Math Without Worksheets guide. Week 1, the awareness phase. Your goal is to stop the counting song. Most kids sing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like it's one long word. This week, stop them. When they start reciting, say, "Wait, let's show me the numbers." Catch yourself before you ask, "What number is this?" and instead ask, "How many do you see?" You'll notice they might be getting it wrong 10 times a day. That's okay. You're just identifying the pattern. Your mantra for week 1, quantity over names. Week 2, mastering subitizing. This is the dice and plates week. When you're setting the table for dinner in your Chicago townhouse, don't count the plates. Put 3 plates down and ask, how many people are eating? See if they can shout 3 without counting 1, 2, 3. Use a die during game night. Roll it, cover it with your hand, and ask, how many? This builds the mental images of numbers. Common mistake? Using too many objects. Keep it under 5. If they see 6, they have to count. If they see 3, they can subitize. Week 3, one-to-one correspondence. This is the grocery and laundry week. When you're folding socks, have them pair them up. 1 sock for this foot, 1 sock for that foot. When you're putting apples in a bag at the store, have them touch each apple as they count. 1, 2. This connects the abstract word to a physical reality. If they skip one, say, "Oh, that apple felt lonely. He didn't get a number." Week 4, Patterns and Questions. This is where you move from teacher to facilitator. Instead of saying, "Look, it's a pattern," ask open-ended questions. "I'm putting a fork, then a spoon. What do you think should come next?" Or, while walking through a park in Central Park, look at the railings. Green bar, black bar. What's the rule here? When they ask you, "How many minutes until we get there?" don't just say 5. Ask, "Does 5 minutes feel like a long time or a short time?" Let's integrate this into your daily routine. Morning, breakfast time. Don't just give them cereal. Say, "I have a big bowl and a small bowl. Which one will hold more Cheerios?" This is measurement and volume. Midday, the car ride. I see a red car, then a blue car, then a red car. Is that a pattern? This is algebra. Evening, bath time. Look at the bubbles. Are there more on your left hand or your right hand? This is comparison. I remember a mom I worked with in Houston named Sarah. She was terrified her son Leo was bad at math because he couldn't write his numbers at age 4. We stopped the writing. We started the Subitizing games. 2 months later, Sarah called me, nearly in tears. She said, "We were at the store, and Leo looked at a carton of eggs and said, 'Mom, there are 3 rows of 4, so that's 12. He didn't count them one by one. He saw the structure. That is true math. Remember, the problem isn't your child's ability. It's the pressure of the worksheet. 80% of parents are doing it the hard way, but you have the play-based method now. Research proves that these 5 concepts will reduce their learning anxiety by over 60% once they hit the classroom. Start today. Tonight at dinner, don't ask them to count. Ask them to see. If you found this helpful, share this with one parent who is currently stressing over a preschool workbook. Let's change the way we teach our kids, one handful of crackers at a time. I'm so glad you joined me today. I'll see you in the next episode where we dive into the science of early literacy and why letter of the week might be holding your child back. Until then, keep playing, keep curious, and keep counting the things that matter. Bye for now.